Red Dead Online gave me so many memories that I will never forget. All the fun times I had with friends on Red Dead Online, whether bounty hunting, moonshining, hunting animals, shooting up stagecoaches, fishing. Yes, fishing. Because that was fun. I don't care what anyone else says. It was fun in this game. And then you carry around the big fish on the back of your horse, but writing things also in moonshine, pouring it all over the ground and then lighting it up, or just pouring it on stagecoaches, or just pouring it around somebody and then setting it ablaze, and then they're surrounded by a circle of fire. No matter what we ended up doing, no matter what, it always just seemed to be a fun time in Red Dead Online. Red Dead Online was just so much fun to play, yet at the same time, it seemed unfinished. Red Dead Online had so much potential, so many mechanics that if added, would have added so much to Red Dead Online. Things like heist, bank heist, boat heist, stagecoach heist, store heist, all the types of heist, anything that you can think of to steal or to rob, just everything basically. I mean, it is an outlaw game, a game set in the Wild West. You think you would at least be able to rob some stores and some banks in the Wild West in a Red Dead Online game. Also, when you steal stagecoaches and horses, the ability to sell them back to like the black market dealers or something, and they would buy your horses, and then that was a new way to make some money. Player homes also, each big town had a player home that was available for purchase, or that would be available for purchase, and you could decorate the interior. And each individual person, let's say if two people bought the same building, obviously they both have to be able to enter it, so you would enter it kind of like you do your moon shack, and the interior would be decorated kind of like you do your moon shack. It'd be pretty similar to the moonshine shack, except for you wouldn't be making money off of it. It would just be some place that you could go and take your friends, and you can like hang out and maybe play some mini games against each other there. The possibilities were endless. Let's just say that. For Red Dead Online, there's tons of possibilities, tons of potential, but none of it will ever be realized, as even since the release of Red Dead Online, it seemed like Rockstar didn't really care for Red Dead Online as much as GTA Online. And I'm not exactly sure why that is. Maybe it's because GTA Online was just already making them a ton of profit, a ton of money, and why put in a bunch of effort into a new online mode when the old one makes you so much cash? I'm not really sure why exactly, but I can tell you right now, whatever reason it was, is probably most likely a dumb reason, because if Red Dead Online was done well and done to its fullest potential, it could have been one of the absolute best multiplayer games to ever come out, period. A 10 out of 10 multiplayer game, and it would have made a ton of cash if they would have gotten this game to its full potential and done everything that this game needed. And you know what? This channel, from my videos, my Red Dead Online videos from this channel, it might seem like I hate this game. It might seem like I'm always complaining about Red Dead Online, but I'll tell you what, I complain so much about Red Dead Online because I care so much about this game. I see the potential of this game and how great this game could be, and it might seem like I'm hating on it or something, but it just shows how much I care for this game and how much I want this game to succeed, because it's such a good game. It could be so good. Just the vision that I have in my head for this game on what it could be is just fantastic. But it's sad. It's sad every time when I come back to this game to make a video and there's just not good news. And this is probably the worst news of all. And my problem isn't with the developers at Rockstar, as I think they're very talented developers to make games like this, but I think the problem is with the people that are in charge. I'm not exactly sure who's in charge at Rockstar, but I think they're complacent, and I think they just don't really care much anymore about what kind of games are getting made, as long or any DLC or anything with their games. As long as it's making money, I don't think they care. And that's a problem I have with a lot of studios and a lot of people that are in charge nowadays. It just seems that they're not really it's just weird, because you feel like they don't care. You feel like they're kind of stupid, but they just want to get as much money as possible. And I think what these big people, these big studios, and these people at the top, whoever's in charge, what they don't realize is that being in a gaming studio, let's say a AAA studio, is like, being in charge of it is kind of like the easiest thing ever. You really your decisions have to be based around the community of that game. You just give people what they want and you'll make millions of dollars. Take any franchise, for example, Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty. The easiest thing is give people what they want. You don't cut out things. You don't trash things. You know what people like in those franchises, and all you have to do is keep giving them more of what they want out of that franchise, and you make millions of dollars. You don't take out or mess up things that people like. You don't do the opposite of what the community wants. That's how things go wrong. Now, I probably didn't say that the best way possible or the way that made the most sense, but that's the way that I said it. And it just, these studios, they just bother me with their decisions just all the time. There's some decision that a big studio makes that is just mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing to me how dumb some decisions are. It's honestly insane, and how frequently these decisions are made. But another thing is, these big studios, in their early days, they made amazing games, or else they wouldn't be big studios now if they didn't make amazing games. And they made amazing games in their early days. Then as they continued, they seemed to lose their quality standard. I don't know why it happens, but it always seems to happen for big studios. Eventually they seem to lose their quality standard, and the quality should be as higher than it ever was of any of their previous games, but somehow it gets lower everything. And Rockstar is kind of proving that with the release of Grand Theft Auto the Trilogy, the definitive edition. We all know, we've seen the news. If you own it, you know it, but we all seen the news. That was an embarrassment, and that was not a good launch. And my opinion, it was kind of stupid. If you're going to do that, you got to remaster the game, and they didn't really remaster the game, in my opinion. And then on top of that, the abandonment of Red Dead Online is just mind-blowing to me. Mind-blowing. I guess it really shouldn't be mind-blowing, but it's just really dumb, these decisions and what they're doing. Now, Red Dead Online will continue to live on, and since cheaters hardly get punishment, I'm thinking maybe, just maybe, modders will be able to add things to Red Dead Online one day that Rockstar never did. Though I'm not sure how possible that is. I'm not sure I'm even saying that correctly, but I'm not sure how possible it is for a modder to go in there and add a new mechanic or something like that. But I'm thinking cheaters hardly get punished, so I'm thinking maybe modders could do something with it, maybe make some custom fun lobbies or something. I'm not really sure, but I'm sure something can be done to add something new to Red Dead Online, and just the modders do it. But also, as of right now, there's around 3,000 people playing Red Dead Online on Steam right here, right now, at this moment. And with Rockstar saying there is no big updates coming, I doubt the player count will ever hit 10,000 again. And its most amount of players that it had playing at one time on Steam. Again, I don't know the consoles because it's kind of, I don't think you can check that. I'm not really sure, but on Steam you can check the player count very easily. And its biggest peak was almost 20,000 players playing at one time, which is, it's decent, but it's not great for a big AAA game like this. Now, I know to Rockstar, Red Dead Online is dead to them, but Red Dead Online isn't dead to me. Rockstar is.